All right, so we are live. We're on Facebook and we are recording. All right, cool beans. So Rob, you want to go ahead and get us kicked off?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to welcome everyone to our monthly Man Show Zoom. This is a special one we're doing for the Man Dare. Just very quickly, if you are an AdWords distributor or your significant other's AdWords distributor, get with us so we can get you in the man cave, surrounded by like-minded guys, so we can help show you the way. You're in this business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And tonight, Corey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I got a trip coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna take a trip up north to New York, so I got to get prepped for that. But pretty awesome day. Got my Dow done early. I'm gonna post that. Actually, I vlogged it, so I'll post the picture up today, and I'll put the video together on the ride up to New York. So I'm excited about that, and really excited and pumped up about this call. Rob, I know we've been in for almost about 5 years now. But I'm really excited about the energy and the locomotion we got rolling here with It Works in its entirety, and also with the Man Dare. So I'm excited to introduce our chief sales officer, Mike Potillo. Mike, how you doing this evening, buddy?
Hey, Corey, Rob, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for inviting me on tonight. I'm pumped just listening to you guys. I was thinking about the events coming up. We've got I think I'll be seeing one, if not both of you, in Washington, D.C. area, the Baltimore area, next week on the 27th.
Yep.
And we've got events all over the globe, literally this week. This weekend, I'll be in Orlando for a mini boot camp. So super excited you guys invited me on. Really appreciate that. Anytime we get to share with not only our men of It Works, but any It Works family, it's just a great time. So look forward to answering some questions and sharing a little bit about Man Dare tonight.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Well, Mike, you want to maybe tell us a little bit about the Man Dare, how it got started, what is it a little bit, what you guys' vision is for it, just kind of set that blaze for us a little bit and kind of give us a little bit of that. We've been watching it. We've been seeing it. We have some new folks that are watching live here on Zoom. We got a bunch of folks watching on Facebook Live and a bunch of folks that catch that replay. So typically we open this up to, I like to call it the earshot husbands. Sometimes the wife will turn this on and, let the husband hear it. But I'm just excited about it because we have something that is for us now, that's branded for us. So it's no longer that, oh, hey, I'm doing my wife's business, or I'm doing that thing with her. Now it's, hey, I've got this thing I'm doing for myself. So talk to us a little bit about, what the Man Dare is, how did it get started, and what you guys' vision is for it from a corporate standpoint. And then also we'll chime in and talk about what our vision is for it from a in the field standpoint.
I love that. Well, if you're watching this and you are an It Works team member, you have a replicated website. It's your username.themandare.com, username.themandare.com. And what we wanted to create was I'd call it a very simple, systematic way for men to be able to see what they could be a part of when it came to the Man Dare, and women to be able to refer other men to it and then to get all their questions answered. So anything we're going to cover here tonight that you're like, hey, I missed that, or I got a quick question, just go to the mandare.com website of the person who referred you, and there's 3 videos on there. And what I love is that there's a quick teaser just to get your information a little bit going, okay, what's this Man Dare thing all about? And then our CEO, Mark Pentecost, we just missed him. He just stopped by in front of my house. We were chatting out here, and I'd taken the phone out there and got him on here. But, he did a video that kind of walked everybody through what is the Man Dare, what's our manifesto. And then I did a video on how to get some cool rewards. So let me take you back a little bit and go 16 years ago, the company started. 16 years is staying power. And, there's always people that their business goes like this. It's almost like a snake, or a dolphin jumping, whatever you want to call it. It's crazy. So many people paint the picture of success that it goes straight up in a straight up line, but it really is crazy. It's a wide variety of obstacles and things that happen in your life until you get to the point where you want to be. And, when I look back when It Works started, even before I got here, a decade before I got here, I've been here the last 6 years. to see the kind of consistent effort and success the companies went through over 16 years, it's been remarkable in the direct selling space. But what's happened is that it was predominantly women. It was predominantly women that you saw out there actually working the business. Now, let me give a shout out to the ladies for a second, because there's a lot of companies out there that claim to have women leaders really leading the company. But when you look at their top 100 income earners, it's like 50-50 men. And what I loved about It Works is that, through the women kind of seeing that crazy rap thing and then talking to their husbands, you see out of a top 100, you see about 95 women leaders really leading the way in It Works. And through that process, I love what you call it, earshot husbands. A lot of sudden, the men would start to say, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not really into the party thing. If I'm working all day or I'm doing something, I don't want to come back and necessarily maybe go put a wrap on some guy's stomach, and that's not maybe what the guys are into. So they're going, what do we do? And we put on amazing events. We have cool gear, cool shirts. We have a great time. We go on golf outings, hunting trips, at the beach. I mean, we have a great camaraderie. But we being the company as well as the leaders in the field, we saw a big need, and we heard you guys loud and clear going, give us a lane. Give us as guys a way to build this business the way that we would do it naturally in our environment with our friends. And when we started thinking about that, you could have easily just came out with, a man product, right? That would have been the easiest thing to do. Well, let's just come out with a workout product or something, just that thing, go out there, guys, and do it. But when we really started digging in and we start looking at It Works, although a lot of times the lady found the company in the beginning, it's a family company. It really is a family company. And we started thinking, you have, not that everybody's married, not that everybody has kids, but a lot of our team members do. They're married, they have kids, or they, are part of organizations, and it's very family oriented. And we said, how could we not only create, some lane for men to work, but how could we create a movement? How could we make better husbands, better fathers, better friends? I mean, my 8-year-old sitting right next to me, she's listening. She's going, what's daddy doing tonight, right? They're always listening. We got earshot husbands. We got earshot kids. And we started thinking about that. And Mark and I started talking. We started talking to the leaders of the company, the men, the women, and going, what can we do to really spread the word? Because let's face it. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. When you get home, the last thing you want to do is get a call from your friend and go, hey, buy this from me, right? That's not what they're interested in. But men want to be a part of things that other men are doing, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. We said, let's make it a good one. And we started thinking, how could we bring men together just as a community, as a It Works family, but also go outside that sphere? Because let's face it, there's a lot more men outside of It Works than there is in It Works. But how can we get them and get their attention, get their eyes on what we're doing without them feeling like they're going to get sold on something? And we started thinking, what's the most popular thing that we all did in the last 2-3 years that had absolutely nothing to do with It Works? And it was resounding. It was the Ice Bucket Challenge. It was a charity thing for ALS. It was great. You either donated money to a charity or you took the bucket of ice and put it on your head, right? And most people, they would donate, and they just wanted to do it because everybody was doing it. It was the bandwagon. And we thought, we've got such a great social presence. We have amazing leaders like you guys, Rob and Corey. And, when I'm thinking all around the world, we have people that's what we do. We get on social media. I was watching something earlier today, and they said, look at that front of your phone. That's where you spend your time. And you look at most people's front of their phone, that home page, it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, maybe their camera, maybe their photos, maybe you got a travel app, but it's something to do with experiences in life and sharing. So we said, we've got such a social imprint. We got guys out there that they're working hard every day. What can we do to make this fun, like the Ice Bucket Challenge? So we said, let's create something that not only gives men great products to get in better shape, but let's introduce it to them through a way that is fun. It's different. You don't see it out there. And that's where kind of the first phase of Man Dare came from, and that's the Dare of the Week. We said, let's call it Man Dare. It's not a challenge. We're daring you. Guys don't really, sometimes they'll shy away from challenges, right? But man, when you dare your buddies, they're like, okay, bring it. right? That's what they do. That's what we all do. We go all in, right? That we're like, bring it. Are you daring me? What are you daring me? So we thought, let's have fun with it. So every single week, we got to put a 12-week program together. We're going to come out with a new dare. And it's just something that you can dare your friends, dare your family, dare your coworkers, has nothing to do with the business. We're just going to put it out there. And the first one, we loved it. We said, let's plank. It's plank your friends. You hold a plank for as long as you can, video it, #ManDare, and we're going to give away some free prizes for people who get the most creative or do the longest, and then dare your friends to beat your time. And what was cool about it is that it created community. It wasn't just guys planking. All of a sudden, you saw the kids on their back. And then, you're like, well, my friend had 2 kids on his back. I'm going to put 2 kids and my wife on my back and see if I can do it. So again, community, family, making them a better man, a better husband, a better friend. And then through that process, a lot of guys are seeing that, you know what? I do want to be in a little better shape. And that's where, sorry guys, that was me. My phone's about on 20%. So it just gave me the update. And then some guys are seeing, you know what? I couldn't plank for very long. Maybe I need to get in a little bit better shape. So every week we're going to be doing things that help either work on your mind or work on your body. And in the process, we've created 3 amazing stacks of products. A base called the Man, then another level that we stack a few other products on top of the Man called the Myth, and then we take that and stack a few other on top of that and call it the Legend. And you can choose those and set your personal Man Dare. And for referring other people to the website, you can get some really cool rewards.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Great stuff. So this is, let me switch it over. This has been exciting. So you're absolutely right about the dare, right? Like, sometimes we have our dude logic that kicks in, and it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'll take the dare. I'm going to plunge in and I'm going to do that. And the one thing that I can give you that I know that I've really appreciated with this, and I'm quite sure, a lot of the guys that, maybe got tagged into a dare from a buddy of theirs or maybe are doing the dares themselves, is that, you're really laying out that blueprint for us, right? Yeah. So here it works. We have a culture, right? We have a very simple 3-step culture towards being successful, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3, rinse, wash, and repeat, right? And the beautiful part about the Man Dare is we've been able to incorporate that same tier structure with what we're doing towards being successful. And the thing that I really love, and I'll say it here today, if you just follow the dares that we're doing, like you and Mark are literally teaching us how to create $1 million business just by getting some friends together and doing a dare. And I just really want to highlight that, right? Because there's going to be some people on this call that are like, hey, these dares are great, but I wouldn't be good at that kind of stuff, right? Like, I never sold anything. I don't have any business experience. I just want to come and just do the dare. But what I want you guys to realize, so whether you're, a earshot husband that's been on the sidelines for a few years, whether you're brand new and this is your first call, maybe you were on last call, you signed up between last call and this call, maybe, you're a potential or a new person here today. Just know and understand that there's a science towards following these dares and doing these steps. Like we're literally in business training 101. And I love that about the dare of the week. Like I am excited to do it. I have so many of the guys that are on the team, right? So with Patrice and I's business, if there's any guy that has a question, they get funneled to me, right? And I embrace that challenge, right? Like I cannot wait to do that. And it's kind of the same way how me and Rob do this call. Like I cannot wait to be able to provide a voice for us guys. But what I've noticed is a lot of these sideline folks, and not to throw any shade or anything, but sometimes you just haven't found your stride or your rhythm. They are coming out the woodworks. I'm quite sure that by conference next year, there's a lot of husbands that would join their wives, coming down to Florida, have a good trip, but they'd be cooped up in the hotel while we're doing session. I guarantee you they're going to be in that session come January. They're going to be
absolutely
at 1 team, 1 missions. They're going to be at those mini boot camps and other events like that. So I'm excited about that. I don't know what the numbers are. Let's just say, 40% of all the ladies in our business maybe have a significant other, right? Or, hey, let's just say 100% have, a brother, a father, a cousin, an uncle, or some type of guy in their life. Like we're growing, we've grown past 1 billion. Let's double it up. Let's bring us guys into this, man. And that really gets me pumped up and excited about it. I'll share a quick one-off story. So when Patrice brought this business, so we've been in business for almost 5 years, right? And I really like harping on that number because I forget the statistic, but they say that most small businesses fail within the first 5 years, right? So once November hits, that's 5 years for us, right? And I like to think of us as It Works lifers. Like, this is my first shot at any company like this, but I understand very clearly there's something very special about this. So if you're looking at this and looking to get into this opportunity, just know from my lips to your ears, there's something very special that we have here. And I can't put my finger on it, and I don't want to try to understand it, right? Like I'd rather have motivated ignorance than try to figure this out and put this knowledge on ice. There's something special that's here, right? And this doesn't happen all the time, okay?
Very true.
A sports analogy, this is like LeBron getting drafted. This is like, that generational player that you have, that you guys can be a part of that. So when I started, I would see her rapping people, right? And it piqued my interest, right? Because I come from sales. I come from sales background. So I was like, wow, like people are driving all over town. They're spending money. They're trying this product, and like they're getting results. I don't know what this thing does. I don't know how it works. I just know that it's doing something. So that is what got me into it. And I can remember like literally thinking, because, It Works is so small when you first start, right? Like it's just in your house. It's as big as the 4 walls that you live in. Mm-hmm. And I literally thought to myself, I was the only guy in the business. But I didn't care about that. I said, this is a great opportunity. Money's green, right? Money doesn't say only guys can make this, only ladies can make this, or only people with experience without, it doesn't matter, right? And I'm telling this story to bring it home to events, right? Because my second month in the business, you did a 1 Team 1 Mission here in Market in Virginia. And that was the first time I'd seen a guy in the business, right? So I want to kind of elaborate on that, on how I felt, right? So, if you're watching this call, you may be like, wow, like, look, here's like 3 guys that are in this business that are rocking it out. This feels good. When I went to that 1 Team 1 Mission, I looked around and I said, wow, there are like 100 people here that had that same crazy idea I had, right? That, we went through all the same feelings and emotions of, what if I fail? Oh my God, I never did anything like this. This is crazy. Let's just go for it. I'm excited. And to see that felt good, right? And with this man there, we had to see that from a guy's perspective. That feels good as well. And a funny story, because I mentioned that this is a special opportunity. I remember at the end of the session, you were taking questions. And I was like, I got to talk to this guy, because It Works is paying us too much money. And like, we might not make it a whole nother year. They keep paying us so well. So I got to find out if this is going to be around. And meeting you really helped to solidify and create that foundation that we've been able to build a successful business off of. So I just wanted to share that. I hadn't shared that story with you before. I just wanted to share that. Rob, man, you want to chime in? You want to kind of give a little bit of input, because really, you invited me onto this call. Oh gosh, brother, what was it like? Maybe have we been doing this together for 2 years now?
2 years. I've probably been doing it close to 4.
Okay, gotcha.
I just seen a need for something to fill that void where, guys could see other guys and hear other guys, then more than just events. But the events were important. My first event was one of Mike's first events, because I remember Mark introducing him, and we were this was when the green carpet was on Mark's golf course, and I actually passed Mike. He was on the way to the bathroom. I was coming from the bathroom, just having to self-talk in the mirror, like, you can get through this. It's a bunch of women here, very few guys, but you can get through this. And I'm on my way out of the bathroom, Mike, and how you doing? How you doing? And we passed each other, and I went back onto the golf course. But, having that one-on-one with Mark really is what changed my life, getting to these events. Seeing the guy, one of the main guys I seen was Mike passing me in the bathroom. He was passionate about it, heard him speak a little bit. And then the CEO, I got locked in his office, and he said, do you understand that golf course you on last night? Few million cash, I paid for that, and it's just a hobby. And that really hit me hard. And I said, man, I got a lot of hobbies. So I best get busy, you know. And after I left that green carpet, my first event, 2012, man, we were running ever since. And you know, this man there is just great. It gives the guys a time, say it's our time. You know, let's get busy. Let's get passionate about something. And the guys who aren't passionate, as you always say, Corey, be the man, not the mannequin. Let's get passionate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that being said, you know, if you're watching this, we are three guys. We are three guys that own our own time, which is huge, right? If you want to, you know, put your macho hat on, you know, there's nothing, you know, and I don't mean to begrudge anybody, but you know, you don't feel great when you don't own your own time, right? It doesn't feel nice when you know, you have to drop off your kids at a daycare and tuck them in at night. You don't get a chance to spend with them. It doesn't feel good when you don't get to play catch with your son or with your daughter in the backyard. But we're three guys that found this opportunity. That just do three simple steps, you know, day in, day out, week in, week out. You know, we've been able to own our own time. We've been able to be better providers as men. We've been able to, you know, just grow, you know, from financially, spiritually, you know, emotionally. I know, guys, we don't talk about emotion a lot, but, you know, I've been able to develop better friendships. I've been able to be more secure in my everything. And this business has been a driving factor and a driving force for that. So just awesome, man. Just absolutely awesome. Mike, you want to chime into that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, I was just sitting there thinking, you kept talking about the 3 steps. And I think as guys, we a lot of times we look for that easy angle. You know, what's the easy angle? What do I have to do? And, you know, if you're watching tonight, I'd say 3 things. You know, 3 simple things you got to focus on. Number 1, participate in the dares of the week. It's simple. Everybody can do it. It doesn't matter if you spend a dime. If it works, do it. You'll be better in shape. You'll have a lot of fun. Document it. Dare your friends. And just put it out there. Use hashtag #ManDare because we give away free stuff every single week. You know, these hats, shirts. I mean, some really cool stuff. For the most epic one, we give away a big Spartan helmet, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's just a whole nother level. So participate in that. Number 2. Pick your stack. You know, select a stack that's best for you. If you're like, you know what, I want to take it to another level. I want to become a loyal customer or a team member. You can just use the product. You don't got to promote the products. But we want everybody to promote the dares because it makes the men better when they get dared. Because a lot of times guys are going in and day out, and they're not thinking, right? They're the zombies. They're the mannequins like you're talking about. You know, you got to be the man, not the mannequin. You know, mannequin just kind of stands there. And I think a lot of times men, they go through the day without too many thoughts, and they're just like, whoa, Friday, you know, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's Sunday. Like they get one day to actually think a little bit, and they don't even do any thinking because they're just trying to escape their life, you know, because Sunday can't be that enjoyable because tomorrow's Monday. And all I would say is participate in the dares, have fun with it. I did mine out in our garage today and did my workout. I'll be posting that sometime, you know, tomorrow or the next day. And it's just cool to participate. It's that little bitty things that you do to be able to take your life to the next level. And that second thing I said, select your stack. We've got a stack for everybody and every budget. You know, if you're looking to just kind of dip your big toe in the water and test it out, become a loyal customer, select your stack. If you have other people, you know, if you're like Corey or Rob and you're like, you know what, I know some other guys that I want to refer this to, and I'd love to make an extra side income by daring other men to get in better shape and have some fun, you know, just select the team member option. You know, you'll get a $99 business builder kit along with your stack. And then that's the only difference. Now you can refer people. You'll have your website that walks them right through. You don't have to have any sales experience. You don't have to have any kind of experience. Just dare them for the dare of the week. When they say, what is this? Just send them to themandare.com website and let it do the explanations. And then number 3, if you chose to be a team member, start referring other loyal customers and team members. Don't keep it a secret. You know, what I love about what Corey said, he said there's brilliance in the dare of the week. You know, I want you to think about this. Think about all the men that you know doing something on the side right now to make some extra money, whether it be direct sales, whether it be something else. It's usually not fun what they have to do to make money, right? They got to sell something they really don't want to sell. They got to go convince their friends to do this something. The dare of the week is the easiest, least resistance, no pressure way to get a man to go, yeah, I want to try that out. And then let the dare of the week, let the website take care of the rest for you. There's no pressure. There's no rejection on your part, because if they ignore your social post, You just tagged them in a post. That's all you've done. But you know what? Maybe, because what I've seen over and over and over, just in the last 2 weeks since we've launched this, I've seen more men not involved in It Works in the Man Dare get involved in It Works in the Man Dare because their friend just dared them to do a plank and dared them to beat their time. You know, if you want to own your time, just dare some other guys to beat your time. I mean, it's real simple if you don't complicate it. And as guys, a lot of times we want to figure it all out. I love what you said, Corey. I'd rather be ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice. And that's been my philosophy for nearly 20 years now. I just keep going forward, and I keep having a lot of fun, and we figure out ways that you don't have to sell something. You don't have to push anything on anybody. And the worst thing in the world is feeling like you're going to have some rejection. I hate rejection. I think every man on planet Earth hates rejection. You know what? Don't worry about getting rejected. Just dare your buddies to man up and do a plank. This week, it's a simple exercise. You're doing some crunches. You're doing some leg exercises for your obliques, and you're holding your feet up for a leg lift. You know, just dare them. Go check out Corey's Facebook page or Rob's Facebook page. You know, see what they're doing, and, you know, do it yourself. Complete it. Document it via a video or a picture, and then just share it with other people. So 3 simple steps. Participate in the dares of the week. Select your stack. If you really want to take things to the next level, I've been kind of holding my after picture. I've got a before picture. Let me tell you, like we all do. But my after picture, I put it out there. I'm going to have a 4-pack in 12 weeks, and it may not be like the most amazing looking 4-pack, but it's going to be there. And I've been working hard at it because I want to be here for my kids. I want to have a better quality of life. I don't want to just live longer. I want to live longer, healthier, in a good way. I want to feel good, and I want to be able to keep up with a lot of you young guys out there that, you know, you're like, man, all I want is that hat. You're not thinking about living a long time. You're just like, give me the hat. Well, refer 4 people who say yes to Person a Stack. We send you the hat for free. We're giving away a $50,000 completely tricked out Jeep Wrangler, 2017, brand new. It's unbelievable. Got all kinds of cool branding on it. And then you can come to a ranch retreat. We were out there Friday, you know, riding the swamp buggy. If you don't know what a swamp buggy is, imagine a big pontoon boat with the massive tractor wheels that you can go anywhere you want to on a ranch, and, you know, shooting guns, having fun. We're having a ranch retreat later this year. So, you know, just get excited about your life a little bit, participate in some of the dares that we're doing, and you'll be amazed what happens in your life.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So we're going to wrap up. Excuse me. Just one quick thing I just kind of wanted to add in, because you mentioned that, you know, not only do you get an opportunity to get great help, not only do you get a chance to learn from successful guys on how to be a better guy, be a better spouse, be a better everything. We get to have fun too, man. Like, you know, competing for that Jeep is fun. That speaks to who we are as guys. Getting to go out to the Pentecost Ranch, that's fun, man. You know, getting to be a part of, you know, Mike, I saw you hop on a helicopter and go out to Marks Island to launch the Man Dare. That's fun. That's what we all want to do. So doing this, taking that challenge, you know, being a part of that, you know, we're all headed into that direction, man. So
I love that.
To share in those experiences and to bring others in those experiences as well. So, Rob, do you want to wrap us up and let folks know how they can get into the Man Cave and also get connected to the Man Dare Facebook page?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, you want to go on Facebook, type in the Man Dare. You know, put It Works. Even if you go to the It Works global fan page, you will find something about the Man Dare on there. Let's get connected to that if you're not already connected. And the final thing I'll say, thank you, Mike, so much for being on here. We appreciate your time. We know your time is valuable. I was driving my brother to college, and this is a story my kids know well. We have older twins, and they're football players, and I remind them of this all the time when they feel like quitting. I asked my brother, I said, what's the most valuable place on earth? He said, Dubai. They got Lamborghinis out there that are cop cars. It's got to be Dubai. No, Las Vegas. They hold tons of money. I said, no, it's the graveyard. Because so many people take their dreams to the graves with them, and they don't live their dreams. You know, even something as simple as this Man Dare Challenge is a way that could possibly lead up to you building your dreams. You just heard Mike say, I want to be around for my kids. I want to be healthier. I want to be the best me I can be. And, you know, I think the Man Dare really highlights that.
Awesome, man.
I agree. Let me add one last thing. I was just thinking about when you said that on the graveyard. You know, I don't know whoever's watching what your education is, your background. You may just want a cool hat. You may want to make a little bit of extra money. But those of you that are really hungry you really want to take it to the next level. You want to get that freedom that Rob and Corey were talking about. I mean, there's nothing like being debt free. You know, having a nice car is great. Having it paid for is legendary. Living in a nice house, that's amazing. But when you pull up to it and go, I don't owe anybody anything, that's a whole nother level. That's available here for those handful of guys that go, you know what? I'm going to participate in this. I'm going to dare other guys to do it, but then I'm going to get out there and take action. I'm going to get hungry about it. I'm not just going to do this, you know, just to have a little fun. That's part of it. That's the great part you get to do. But if you decide to get serious with this, like these two guys have done, man, you can have an extraordinary life. And we look forward to helping you along the way get there. So guys, thanks so much for having me tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you guys are watching this, reach back out to the person that connected you to this video. Let's get you started. When you become a part of the team, whether it's from a customer standpoint, you take that Man-Dare challenge and decide to follow in our footsteps and even blaze a brand new path. Let us know, you know, because I can't wait to challenge you in our next Dare of the Week. So that's all we got for you guys tonight. Thank you. We will see you guys the third Wednesday of next month. We'll have another special guest on. Thank you and good night.
Thanks, guys.